$10,000 in the pocket, no change. Okay, I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay, all my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay, so when I die, I ain't gonna be from old age. Somebody gon' want revenge, somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros, left pocket got pounds. Somebody gon' want revenge, somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left, touchdown. Touchdown, 8th floor, come down, hotel, lobby. Receptionist, what now? 11 a.m. Check out. Might give her one foul just to tell her it's one now. How come? I need rest, no recess in my schedule. Right. Mama used to serve vegetables, now half the meals got tentacles. Right. Half the errands need a reservation and half my money goes straight to taxes. But I don't trip about it, that's what happens when you got dreams closer than a match. And plus all your boys got expensive habits. Go. I know what they're thinking, they don't even gotta say it. Nope. They thinking they just made it. I know how to make everybody feel famous. I don't gotta work no day shift. I don't gotta split no payment. I don't gotta answer questions.
Just a gorgeous fall afternoon in the heart of Texas. No weather to speak of. Sun out, roof open. Yes, yes, and yes. A great day for football at AT&T Stadium in Arlington. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the New Orleans Saints and the Dallas Cowboys. And he'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
Set, hut, go to base. Right 54, line 54. I got it.
Now a first carry for Latavius Murray. Give him 3 there on the first. Play of the game, and it's second down.
No chance.
No chance. On the tackle. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 27-yard line.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Right. He's tight right here. He's tight on the right. 3 down.
He'll have a first down past the 40. The Red Sea parts, and there he goes. Touchdown, New Orleans. John Ross, touchdown number 15 of the year. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Well, if they didn't get the wake-up call before the game, they got it right now. 2 plays already in the end zone.
I think of it in boxing terms because whether it's a big shot with your first one or a probing one, a little bit of a jab, the second one was the payoff. That was the big one that landed. 1-2, end zone.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here we go. Wait, 80. Watch the pass.
The former second-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. And he'll maybe get it back to the 25 here on the first play, but no more than that. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
You remember me? Let's go, baby.
Garoppolo now. Looking deep in the direction of Cooper. And that's caught at the 25. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Amari Cooper, touchdown number 15 of the year, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. The extra point up and good, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
At their own 29-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Squeeze, double. 6 guys. Check 6 guys. 6 to 6. Pull it. Half.
Jackson going deep downfield for Ross. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. It's a big play there for the Saints. 63 yards. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. Give him 4 on the carry there at 2nd and goal.
2nd and goal at the Cowboys' 1-yard line.
Second and goal from the 1. Jackson will keep it, and he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. This is 3rd and goal now. 80,000 on their feet here in Arlington. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield.
Tighten up.
Here we go on 4th down. And he takes it across and into the end zone. Touchdown, Saints. A great effort there. Touchdown number 22 on the season. And the Saints have taken the lead. Lutz good on the extra point. And that makes the score 14-7. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
Here we go.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive,
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at about the 31. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Now remember, this is the #1 defense in the National Football League. There's a good example of why.
shows that they set an aggressive tone, not just stopping the run, not just getting after the quarterback, but the ball's in the air. They treat it like they're the receivers, and they went after that one and took it all the way.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And they just had that pick six. I guess the only positive may be them returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field to try to make up for it.
I like that because now it doesn't give them a chance to go to the bench and really settle, to sit there and kind of seethe over the idea that they turned the ball over previously. Right back out there. It's almost like hopping right back on the bike after falling over. See if they can get the ball moving again.
Yeah, we'll see if they can do it here.
Here we go.
Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on second down. Now Joe Mixon. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And finally down at the 36-yard line. That one covers 29 yards, first down. So in Saints territory now. Here's first and 10 at the 36.
Here we go. Mike 8. It's coming this way, Here we go. Here we go. He's 65.
On the run, it's Mixon. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Here's second and 9, just a yard on that last run. Working from the gun, Garoppolo. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Cameron Jordan, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
This offensive line has struggled. In fact, when we sat down with the coach, he said it's been in tatters lately. They allowed 6 sacks in their last game. Just gave up another one right there.
And tatters, so it sounds a little bit like this right now.
Here we go.
Exactly. It's like that paper being ripped. And right now, they've got to find a way to get it back together.
On third and long, it's Garoppolo. Got his target, Samuel. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 15-yard line. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
Wait.
Inside the red zone, it's Garoppolo. Steps away to his left. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 13. He's at the 50. He's at the 40. Past the 20. 10. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Make it back-to-back weeks now with a pick 6 for him. He had one a week ago.
Talk about being in the groove, and what are the odds of what we're seeing right here? You don't see it happen very often. Listen, if you get a pick 6 in a season, it's been a big year, let alone back-to-back weeks. I'll tell you this, I wouldn't play cards against this guy in the locker room.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford...
It got his man complete. It's a big play for the Cowboys on third. 56 yards. A lot of attention paid this week in practice to red zone offense. The coach was optimistic about how it went. We'll see. And it's caught. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Hayden Hurst, his first touchdown on the year. And the Cowboys cut into that lead. No problem there on the extra point, and that cuts the lead to 28-14. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30.
Let's go.
At their own 28-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way.
And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. He's at the 30. 10. Touchdown, New Orleans. A great play there with touchdown number 23 here on the year. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. Now, first quarter, and this lead is already getting into dangerous territory. They better be careful on the other sideline.
Yeah, it feels a little bit more like a basketball game where one team is pressing and that team can't get the ball over half court. I mean, it is stealing it and scoring it, layups, the whole deal. That's what it feels like right now. They are all over them.
Let's go!
At their own 25-yard line.
Here we go.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
Oh, yeah. Here we go again.
Here's Garoppolo on 1st and 10. He's going to fire one deep. Middle. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And it's a big play there as he is finally taken down on what will be a terrific final act of this first quarter.
Cowboys 14.
So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. From the gun, it's Garoppolo. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line.
11.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. The throw over the middle taken in. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Looking to throw. Garoppolo. Cooper's got it. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. 11 yards and a Cowboy 1st down. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
Garoppolo got his man there, complete to Gallup. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. A gain of 6 there on 1st. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2. That's some good tackling there to keep him short of that yellow line.
Yeah, defensively, all I'm thinking is that on that play, get me to 3rd down. Get me into a position where I can make one more play and get my defense off the field.
Here we go. Wait, switch up.
They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. They only got 2, but that was enough as they'll convert to make it 1st and goal.
1st down and goal to go.
2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. And he will take it in for a Cowboy score. Amari Cooper with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Cowboys get a bit closer. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead will be cut down to 14. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
On 2nd and 9, Jackson looking right sideline, but it's incomplete. The target that time, Michael Thomas, and it's 3rd down. Before the game, they were running the route tree about as efficiently and effectively as we could have possibly imagined, but sometimes the passes just go awry.
Yeah, let's face it, when you're running the route tree in pregame, you don't have defenders breathing down your neck. You don't have defensive backs making plays on the football. Hard to replicate the intensity of the game in pregame.
And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. 17 there and a New Orleans first down. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Here we go. Forward set. 54's in the flat. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Ready.
And he'll give it here to his running back. 1 yard officially on the pickup, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 11.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
And the Cowboys here on 3rd down, bringing in an extra defensive back.
Watch tight end. Tight right. Tight right. 3 down. 3 down. Watch 9. Watch 9. Watch the safety creep.
Off the play fake. Here's Jackson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
We've watched this a long time, and I still don't believe we get it. 3rd and long. Why are you calling play action?
Yeah, because they're not going to bite defensively, right?
No, not at all. I did have a coach explain to me years ago that for some teams, that's how they have to deal with pass protection and their line blocking. But to me, it seems silly.
Yeah, well, they're silly, and it leads to a play-action sack. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10.
Here we go.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. Now this throw caught left side. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. It's a gain of 12, and the Cowboys pick up the 1st. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
My game. Hey, defense. Hey, defense, let's go. 21. Mike 8. It's our time. It's our time.
A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked out and incomplete. Jabril Peppers, a former first-round pick, there on the coverage. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. To throw is Garoppolo. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they did completions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the 1st half. But if you don't pick up the 1st down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
To throw, it's Garoppolo. Oh, he's going to go. That is caught. It's Cooper for the Cowboy touchdown. Amari Cooper on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns as his guys are back within a single score. Extra point up and through. And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
The Saints take over
We play
first
to
and
win.
10
Let's
at
go.
their own 25-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. One play has them up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Here's a run on 1st down that doesn't accomplish anything. In fact, he's going to be tackled behind the line for a loss of 1. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
Here we go. Here we go. Time to end it. Let's go, D.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Check pass. Check pass. Hey, check Mike 33. Check Mike. Here we go. Mike, check 33. 33.
From the gun, it's Jackson. Open man is Michael Thomas. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. He'll get 15 and a Saints 1st down.
First down, New Orleans.
So a challenge coming down from the booth, and that's where these challenges come from, of course, in the final 2 minutes of the half.
Yeah, now we're going to New York, right? That's command central for the officials. They'll talk, they'll take a look at it, communicate with the referee at the game site, and issue a final decision because they do have the final call now.
Jackson dancing to his left. And he's going to keep it here. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a 1st down. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Let's go, D.
Here's Jackson to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
To throw again on 2nd down. Jackson. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's the one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. From the gun, Jackson. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. This defense had 3 interceptions last week. They're on pace for more than that here, 2 in the 1st half.
Do not adjust your set. This is not instant replay. This is a defense that is locked in. They're essentially running the routes for the receivers and turning it into the receivers themselves, aren't they? I mean, it is amazing what I'm seeing because the reactions of those guys back on the back 7, phenomenal.
65.
So after the INT, it's Garoppolo letting one fly deep for Cooper. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. The Cowboys signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the 1st half of play. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10.
Heavy on the edges. 24.
Garoppolo looks to throw. Looking deep in the direction of Cooper. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Another dangerous throw there, partner. I mean, he's already thrown 2 interceptions here in the first half. I don't know if you want to keep throwing up 50-50 balls and you've had that kind of lack of success.
Absolutely. Very well could have been a third interception in half number 1. To throw on 2nd and 10. Garoppolo. He's going to find Gallup here complete. 13 yards and a first down, Cowboys. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays.
Here we go.
But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on them a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other and trying to figure out what defense will work and how can they play better without getting beat deep for big passes.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Sheldon Rankins, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. It's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the second half. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line.
Go ahead.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game Mixon hit, and the ball is out. And this is picked up by the Saints. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. Not the trend he wanted to start the season with a fumble lost in both weeks 1 and 2. Now, it's not a disaster, but certainly not what he was looking for.
Got to get that fixed because otherwise he shows up on every scouting report. I remember sitting in defensive rooms and hearing the scouting report from my coaches, and if someone had a particular problem carrying the ball and holding on to it, that was noted. Hey, make sure you get a little extra attention to him. Get after the football. He's dropped it the last couple of games.
And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. A great effort there with another touchdown, number 24 on the year. And the Saints take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash in for 6. Lutz with the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Here we go.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
Now, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. On play action, now Garoppolo. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. Here's Garoppolo to throw. Completes it to Samuel. A good pick up there of 20 yards.
Gotta love the catch. I think you gotta love the gloves as well.
Yeah, these one-handed catches, that was great, and they're fun. They're becoming a little more ho-hum, aren't they?
Yeah, they really are, and I know that it sounds like we're taking credit away from the guys, and we don't mean that at all. They really work hard on this one-handed catch thing, but I think the gloves have to be helping in a big way.
Now a nice play defensively on 1st down as this is knocked away and incomplete. Cooper was the target there, but it's going to be 2nd down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Let's make 21.
Garoppolo again. He'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A gain there of 30 big ones. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Now a man open down the middle of the field. And down inside the 15 he goes. It's a gain of 12, and the Cowboys pick up the first. Garoppolo, 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
This thrown quickly out to Cooper. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down. Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on 3rd down.
12.
Working from the gun, Garoppolo. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Danny Shelton muscles his way in for the sack. Charles, not to point fingers, but how much of this goes on the shoulders of the offensive line? Well, look at the 6 sacks last week. That's the 4th in this game.
Definitely the bulk of it does go on the offensive line. That's what they're tasked with doing, keeping their quarterback upright and clean in the pocket. But I think they have to look at, okay, are we bringing in extra people? Is the ball out of the quarterback's hands quick enough? There are a few other factors that they have to look at to try and help out, but you're exactly right. It starts with the O-line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there. Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stopped that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
He'll pick up only a yard there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 7.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Mike, check 33. Get the ball. Hey, check Mike.
On 3rd down, Jackson.
They're running.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the line. The ball comes out, and I think they are going to get this one back. Well, that would have been something. Double turnovers, but instead they'll keep the possession on the INT.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. Garoppolo now. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. Fair to say the secondary play, whichever side you're on, hasn't really been a glowing exhibition so far, but a nice job there to prevent a long completion.
I agree with you, but at some point, someone had to make a play and try and stop this exhibition of almost speed racing that we've been watching, huh?
Yeah, it has been quarterback and receiver dominated. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. They run for it with Mixon. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. It's a gain of 12, and the Cowboys pick up the first. I love those plays. 4th and 1. That's who wants it more, this time the offense.
Yeah, there's a lot of hooting and hollering in there, right? A lot of contact and a lot of collisions as they try and find some space. Who's going to drop their hips, gain leverage, and move the other side backwards? We saw it there for the offense getting it done.
And this is caught. It's Cooper. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well. His big game continues. Already has the 3 touchdown grabs, tacking on some more yardage and a first down.
And how precise has his route running been in this game? We just saw him get open yet again. And he's also made adjustments as the defense has tried to really stop him.
Here's a run with Mixon, and he'll get in. Touchdown, Cowboys. Joe Mixon with touchdown number 7 on the year, as his guys are back within a single score. Now, let's not forget that was all set up by the 4th down conversion earlier in the drive.
Would have been a complete letdown if the drive doesn't culminate this way, wouldn't it? If you're going to go for it on 4th down, your intention is to make sure you get a touchdown out of the drive, and that's exactly what they did. Converted, and it converted a second time for 6 points.
And he will find the end zone again, so he gets the touchdown and the 2-point conversion, and that'll cut this deficit down a little bit further. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get this back to just the 20 with a penalty marker down. Let's see what this is about. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. A bit of an opening there on the first down run as they get this forward for about 6 yards. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4.
An opportunity to get a drive started here at the end of the 3rd quarter. What you're trying to do is break the game down a little bit. Don't let your guys see too deep into the game, into the future, and say, oh, we got to get here. No, right here, right in front of them, melt the clock down, get to the 4th quarter, try and keep going.
And try to keep that lead.
Exactly.
It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Let's go now. 15 on it. 15 on it. 58's the mic. Go 58's the mic. Stop your whining. 58's the mic. 58. 58's the mic. Hey, come on, now. Come on, now. Let go.
Jackson from the shotgun. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. Meanwhile, here a run on 1st down really backfires as he's going to be brought down well behind the line of scrimmage. That'll go as a loss of 5, and it'll make this a 2nd and long.
58's the mic. 58's the mic. I'm coming for you. You mine. Watch out. Watch it to 6. Pull it. Half. Bang, 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 bang.
Jackson now off the bootleg. And a big loss here as he's taken down. DeMarcus Lawrence in there for the sack, and that is now 21 for him on the year. Wow, what a season. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
Mike's by 4. He runs. Slap. slam. Watch twist, watch twist, watch twist. Twist, twist. Twist, twist. Watch the edge.
From the gun, Jackson. Going deep downfield for Ross. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down. Critical play in this football game because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
Here we go, here we go.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. And I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. If they want to be methodical, or do they want to take the big strike and go after it right now?
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3.
Get in the weight room. Mike's 50, Mike's 50. Hey, watch the lane. Check 13. Check 13. Alert 3, alert 3.
21, 21.
Check, 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 check. Check, check, check.
Throwing now is Garoppolo. And this is incomplete. Michael Gallup, that's who he was looking for. And it's 3rd and short.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. And he'll be brought down with the first down and a late flag here, too. And he may get a few more tacked on for good measure.
Good work, boys. Let's go. Let's go.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage.
Mike 8, Mike 8.
Hey, Alpha.
Check, check, check. Mike 8. Mike 8. Tighten up, tighten up.
From the gun, it's Garoppolo. Open man is Samuel, complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30. It's a gain of 16 and the Dallas first down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
We ain't giving up nothing. Hey, Charlie.
Hey, look, we're going to go Mike 15, guys. Mike 15.
Go ahead, go ahead, go ahead.
Garoppolo on first down. Looking for Cooper, that's complete. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. 11 yards and a Cowboy first down. And on that last play there, he's over 400 yards passing now.
You know what that generally means?
Success.
That, and it means you really didn't miss opportunities. Usually very accurate. The ball's getting to the right place. Guys are making yardage after the catch to help you out that way. I mean, the whole team has picked it up. And don't forget, that means the offensive line has had to pass protect pretty well, too.
Everyone dialed in. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 12.
At the 17-yard line.
Here we go, here we go. Wait, 80!
Hey, me and you all day. All day. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
11, 11, 11, 11.
Mike 8, Mike.
Hey, exit.
6 man. Check curls, check curls, check curls. Mike 8. Mike.
Looking to throw, Garoppolo. This is caught. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Give him 14 on that one and a first down. And these numbers on our monitor are getting hard to believe. He's closing in now right on the doorstep of 500 yards passing.
I'm glad that you watched the monitor and said it first because I had trouble absorbing that. That's big time right there, right? That means everything just about has gone right for them and his squad in this game. Let's see if they can keep it up.
Check, check.
1, Omaha.
Check your hot read.
Hey, gun. Here, I need one over here.
They'll give it to Mixon. And he will take it in for a Cowboy score. Joe Mixon with his second touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Cowboys have retaken the lead. The point after is good, and that will make this a 4-point game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Let's go.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10, right at the 50-yard line. Now a handoff here to his running back. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Watch twist. Watch twist. Rush in. Wahoo.
From just shy of midfield, Jackson, he'll let this go for the end zone. And he's got him. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. John Ross, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon, as his guys have taken the lead here in the final 2 minutes. It took them an extra look, but they found out it is a touchdown indeed. The official says this one counts. They get one more as the extra point's up and good. So it's now a 3-point game here in the closing stages as a field goal now can only tie it. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll return this one all the way onto the other side of the field.
And when you're facing a deficit on the scoreboard, you're just looking for something to get you right back into the game, and that's the spark that they were looking for. They got it with that big return.
Here we go. 180!
I got 15.
I'm on. Shift. 12, fellas, here we go.
Mixon with a 1st down carry. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
21.
Once again, they run with Mixon. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. That one a 1st down pickup of 8. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
To throw is Garoppolo. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
Finds his tight end Ingram. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game.
11.
Screen, watch the screen. Watch the screen. 15's the mic.
Hey, Zoo.
I got 15.
Inside the red zone, it's Garoppolo. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And he slides to avoid the hit. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down. Now Garoppolo. Flush to his right. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass.
I smell fear in that offense.
He's back to throw. And he's able to hook up with Michael Gallup. The count. Going to use their second timeout now, as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go.
First and goal at the 7-yard line.
Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown, and that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal.
21.
Garoppolo to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. That is now 7 interceptions between last week and this week. 3 in this game, 4 a week ago.
And I saw the head coach write on his play sheet, make a little note. I hope he's writing self-scout. Bring in the guys that scout games for you with a different eye, and watch him and see what's going on, and maybe they can pick up what the flaws are, and hopefully they can correct them.
A loss of a yard brings up 2nd and 11 at the 19-yard line.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for New Orleans, they keep on rolling 10-0 now to start the year. And they'll get another road date next week as their opponents will be the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Meanwhile, for the